You can do it too if you want.
Hello, this is Two Peas on a Podcast, and this will be our 6th episode in this series. This is
Reagan.
And I am Jessica. And today we will be discussing a few different crimes that have happened in South Carolina.
Yes, some of the 10 weirdest we could find. And actually, South Carolina had a lot, which was nice. Sometimes I can barely scrounge 5 measly crimes together. But South Carolina had so much to offer. So even if we don't mention any here, there's more. So go ahead and look them up. So are you going first, or you want me to?
I can go first. So a 55-year-old mom decided on April Fool's Day to play a prank on her daughter. She thought it would be funny to text her daughter that there was a shooting at her college campus. The prank went horribly wrong, and the mother was charged with disturbing school and aggravated breach of peace and 2 counts of unlawful use of telephone. If I got a text like that, I would be freaking out.
I know. I like how it says the prank horribly went wrong, as if anything was funny about that.
My second crime that I found was in 6 Mile. A woman was drunk and riding a horse on the center street of town. A worried neighbor called the police, and the horse was found tied to a bench in front of a convenience store. And then my third crime is in Conway. There was 4 men. 2 of them were 18 and 2 of them were 19. They robbed a store one night and at gunpoint. They didn't have a getaway car, but they did find a cab, which was stopped by a police car who recognized one of them. All 4 of them got arrested, and then quickly they were sent to jail. And then 2 more. One of them is a Spartanburg man got into some trouble in Pittsburgh and decided to jump ship and come back home. He didn't think that in the midst of leaving behind a mess that posting a selfie and status on Facebook would hurt him at all. And then the 5th and final one I have is a man named Michael Williams took his girlfriend on a Valentine's Day date at Applebee's for lunch. He tried to pay with his debit card, but it ended up getting declined. So then he offered to pay with a $1 trillion bill, which clearly was fake, and he was arrested on an unrelated pending charge of contempt of magistrate's court, and then sentenced to probation and told he had to pay $262 in court fees.
The fact that he not only the card declined, so then he paid with just clearly fake money. What change were they gonna give him when he paid for probably less than $100 with a $1 trillion bill? And it's not even the fact that like he was most likely gonna get in trouble for that, but another charge is what got him. Also, the lady who left her horse tied up on a bench.
Yeah.
The things you see in South Carolina, apparently. Okay, next are mine. So they're not ranked in any order of weirdness, just order in which I found them and pasted them in my notes. So My first one, a 19-year-old South Carolina guy thought it was a wonderful idea to break into a store in the middle of the night. I'm not sure why, but he thought it was a good idea to do that and to take energy drinks, cigarettes, and Cheetos. Well, on the way out, the bag of Cheetos burst and left a trail of bright orange crumbs for the police to follow. So I don't know how much easier it can get than that, and how much dumber. But my next one, one guy found out that when he went into the police station and put a bag of cocaine on the counter, he was, one guy found that, okay, so basically, my next one is, there was a guy that went into the police station and put a bag of cocaine on the counter, and he was just upset that it was bad and substandard for what he paid for. They gypped him. So he wanted the police to get his money back for him, and as we all know, that did not happen, and he didn't get his drugs back either, unfortunately. What he did get was a nice room at Hotel de la Jail for his trouble. So I'm not sure where the logic was, but... So, and my third one is, an Aiken, South Carolina man tried to rob a convenience store with a stick and rode away on his Craftsman lawnmower. I don't know if you guys have been here this whole time, but the lawnmower, getaway cars are very popular, everywhere. This is the third or fourth one. Well, lawnmower and wheelchair, powered wheelchair people. But, however, the store clerk didn't find it as funny as I do at the moment. Why did someone write that? But, okay, the store clerk, he didn't think it was funny at all and called the police, who promptly arrested him for assault and battery and, armed robbery, which, by the way, is no laughing matter. So, my next one is the Arby's criminal. A 22-year-old South Carolina guy decided that he was going to climb through a ventilation shaft on the roof into Arby's to steal all of the food he could. Unfortunately, he got stuck for 10 hours until the store opened. He did this the night before. So, he got stuck for 10 hours. He landed himself in the hospital for dehydration and a broken arm, and a staycation in the county jail for second-degree burglary. Burglary. So, also, throwback to one of the first episodes, Jessica had one about a lady they tried to escape and got in the ceiling or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what people think is going to happen when they get in a ceiling of a business. But my last one, and quite possibly the craziest one, no, I'm just kidding. But my last one is, a Florence County man needed to sell some weed. Well, he needed to sell some marijuana that he had gotten stuck with. So what did he do? He starts cold calling people on his cell phone and gets to a police officer on the list. Just randomly cold calling people and happened to call the police. He thought that he remembered the guy's name, and he called him and asked if he wanted to buy some weed from him. And he didn't get any money for his product. In fact, he did get a stay in the county jail for possession of marijuana and cocaine. So not only marijuana, but also cocaine, which I feel like is a violent step up. And all of these I found from onlyinyourstate.com /South Carolina /dumbest criminals -South Carolina /AMP /. So I think the guy in the ceiling was pretty crazy. And I also like the irony of the guy who thought he remembered somebody's name and number but just called a police officer. No, the stupidity of the guy who asked the police to get his money back because he got bad drugs. He was probably on him when he did that. So what did you think?
I think the funniest one has to be the one who had a bag of Cheetos burst and left a trail, because that was very obvious.
How long was the trail, I wonder?
That's what I'm wondering too.
Guess he didn't get far. I thought the horse was pretty crazy too. I don't understand. It takes drunk driving to a whole new level. Any more remarks?
I also find it really funny about the guy who tried to use a $1 trillion bill that was clearly fake, and yeah, I just think that's one of the most hilarious things I've ever heard.
Yeah, and I can't talk, and I think like that happens more often than not. Like, you'd be surprised. My mom works at a bank, and someone tried to give her like a movie $100 bill. But yes, that's all we have for today.
Well, this has been the 6th episode of Two Peas in a Podcast. Comment down below which one was your favorite, and let us know if you have any more from South Carolina that seems really interesting and really weird.
Yes, let us know if we missed any, because there definitely were more. But we only have time for 10, if, like, you know. But like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later in the next installment of We're Not Sure Yet, so it's even more of a mystery.
Oh, bye.
See you later.